I'd like to pass the mic on to somebody who is a very special invited guest, like I said, superstar on the reggae front. You saw him perform at Mellows Entertainment Spot on Saturday night, and it was epic. For all those who missed it, trust me, next time you hear about Luciano coming to Grenada, you need to make a special effort to attend. I'm telling you, it's a show of epic proportions. And without further ado, I'd like to pass the mic to the man of the hour, Mr. Luciano.
Let me first introduce myself. For those who don't know me, I'm Luciano. My birth name, Jephthah McClymont. I have several names: Stepper John, Kamala Man, Messenger, you know. But all these names and titles have come along as I journeyed through time and space, learn a little more about life and my presence here, and how good I could adjust myself and approach life and be a part of existence. How did I get started in the music? I started out from the age of 10 years old. Let me say welcome to you all, musicians, aspiring musicians, singers and players of instruments. That's things I need. Before I go one foot further, I just want to have a word of prayer. Let us ask the Spirit of the Almighty to be with us and to dwell with us as we speak, as we utter. Let thy words be according to thy will, O God. Let whatever we speak here give inspiration to the generation that's coming and all those who are here. Bless our hearts and our soul, O God, as we seek to be a source of light to mankind and to the world. In the name of Jesus Christ, in the name of the Emperor Haile Selassie, I am the man. See that. I started out in the church because my father was an Adventist and he instilled in us certain principles of righteousness. So I never dreamed that I would be a reggae superstar. You know, I never knew that I would be where I am today. All I knew is that I loved music. My father was a carpenter and he built my first guitar. I helped him to build it, stand down the wood and everything. And could you believe that after the guitar was built, my father never wanted to touch it? I said, I couldn't believe this. I said, Papa, I helped you to build it. So wait, because you know what now. Every time I go on the guitar, I don't know much about the string, so I keep turning the string and reversing. So he said, son, I have to find it from this guitar. So even at the age of 10, I said, I have to find a way how to play that with the guitar sound as sweet as when my father was playing it. So this is how I started out learning how to play the guitar. First, by learning how to tune it. See how important it is? So to become a proficient musician or to become a superstar, it starts from the very simple basic principles of even learning to administer to your instrument. Okay? So I started singing in church and at school. Anytime I get an opportunity, like a platform, like a pop and bright concert, I'll go out there and try to do something. I didn't know what I was about to do. In other words, what I was destined to do. But one thing I know, I love music, so if it wasn't guitar, I would be playing some drums or something. And I remember once at the pop and bright concert at school, I was in Oslo at the time. They asked, my teacher wanted a drum player. But they wanted someone to look cultural, so I didn't have any lax at that time. So I got one of those pretty towns that my mom had. They put some paper underneath it and go on and stayed down and they said, no, give it up for the Congo man. So when they said, run out, my schoolmate the master said, this is good, yeah. I know that's the come at the school. So I started beating the drum and I got in a spirit and the hat fell off my head. I said, okay, that you have to. So run off the stage, you know. But once it is in you, you have to find a way out to nurture it. So in the early preliminary stages, I first realized I had to know myself. My people, If you want to reach somewhere in life, you have to do what? Know yourself. You can't just head on in life and say, I want to be a megastar, I want to be a superstar, I want to be a champion. We are children of the Most High God. God created us. He made man from the dust of the earth and blew into our nostrils the breath of life and made us a living soul. So each step you take, every move you make, you must always remember that you are a child of God. You're a child of the universe. So whatever you do, if you really want to be successful, you have to remember there is the universe behind you, there's God behind you. So you can't fail if you really apply yourself properly and work with the principles of nature and how God has ordained it to be. You can't lose, you can't fail. So know thyself. Read up, study yourself, because there are a lot of musicians out there. God them say, well, I want to be a big superstar, like I'm write over books and things, I run that USA. Teacher said, son, come on. Because one problem we always have at school. The teachers, like maths and English, biology and those subjects, no problem. But when it comes to music, we always take it for a joke. And that is the biggest mistake. Because in the early years when my teachers tried to teach me scales and all that, I said, man, it's too much, teacher. And then sometimes I fall asleep in the class and I have to confess. But it was later on in life when I realized my calling that I said, oh my gosh, I needed that. So I had to go and find my way now to study and make myself a fool. Okay? You have to identify your talent. Because some people think that they're singers when they're really like musicians. And some musicians, and they're trying, like a drummer might be trying to play down, but you may not know that he's a bass player or he's a guitarist. In other words, type of fingers they have there. For example, there was a student in our class who had big fingers, So his fingers always give him trouble to hold the notes on the guitar. Every time he said, man, his fingers are too big. But listen, you just have to identify that he was made for the guitar. But when you put him around the drum, man, he was as bad as yours. You know what yours is? So identify yourself. Know what your talent is, what your gift is to do. Some people are not necessarily here to sing. Some people, probably you're just a writer. You're good at words, but you're not necessarily a singer. If you find that, you can write some nice songs, take it to some people who are gifted to sing. So identify the talent that you have and work on it. Work on it, okay? What's best in you, what you feel it.